ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you right now. On you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the rain for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Never gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, beating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it.
I'm trying to help you out. Yeah, man.
Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie.
I got my ankle wrapped. Time to play, man.
Here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL
I'm afraid of
game,
kids, man. I don't take nothing.
Evidence a moment ago. Fireworks,
last night,
you name it. This crowd is ready
nothing.
As their guys get set to match
last night, man, I was like, yo, this must be what childhood feels like. This shit was painful, man. I got like 4 hours. I had to be up at like 6:30. I fell asleep at 2 o'clock. I woke up at 3 o'clock, and then I might have fell back asleep around 5 o'clock.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult.
Yo, thanks to Bilbo, I had to give my DN $71 million. Nah, he already like good. It's the other one. Yeah. Oh, my D-line, like, I was like, I'll lose everybody else as long as I got the D-line back. No, that was like
defense. Those guys are sitting
5
back
years.
And they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback.
I pretty much gave him what he asked for.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
What? You can have him. You got it first? Okay.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Pick that up, my guy.
I think the Browns got it. They did.
He ain't going nowhere.
A little careless
Ask
with
no
the football.
questions,
And he also had a fumble.
Oh, and I got a
last week,
trophy.
didn't he?
You're looking at.
He did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you.
Hey, run the tape back.
Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
I mean, you're going to make the playoffs anyway. I just wanted to beat you.
Because you've got to take care of the ball.
Gone! Detroit! Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante
Yo, what type of
Hightower
shoulder pads
in
you
there
got?
to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Yep. You get the controllers clacking.
From the gun, Mayfield. The 20. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
No.
Mayfield to throw it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And it's incomplete.
Yo, just run the ball. Why are you being greedy? Trying to like make a highlight tape?
That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, Sway. 41's the whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Wow.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run.
You're going to get the ball back anyway. You always do.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Hey, watch the play that I picked.
The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has
that pressure.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know
I need to figure out how they keep
on the
blocking field goals.
They play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Gets around him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not
they give it back.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
4 down. We'll go 47. Swerve to the left.
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Everyone's got 4 down. Got 52. Hey, Sway. 26.
Sony Michel, his first carry. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Left side, it's Dorsett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern.
One time I put the controller down, I was looking at something else and ended up blocking the kick.
Ordinarily, the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, 4 down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight ends right. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on play action. And this one's incomplete.
Okay.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
That was the last one.
Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Fine.
Switch and eight. Gun.
2nd down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I smell 6. I smell a touchdown. Like, this shit smells. Hey, this shit smells strong. This shit smells strong,
Detroit,
man.
Detroit! Over!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And the Patriots
nah, you know that should come back.
And in this very cold night.
Nah, that should come back. Okay.
How much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like
it
this,
is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Uh-oh.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'll take it.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched.
I don't
we knew
know.
that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Hey, you can't rush greatness, man. Oh, shit. Anytime time was running out.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Leopard!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he is out of bounds here.
Wow.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
Yeah, just let
They're
me get in
guessing
there.
about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a
We
wasted
might as well
play
use
there,
one of
and
the
now
timeout.
it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. You don't want to see me. You don't want.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll
Yeah,
barrel his
get
way
your ass
into
off
the
me.
end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his second touchdown on the season. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
That's your
But they
question.
also have to remember they did put points on the board.
Please ask me a
Good
question.
point.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Please don't ask me
Here's
no
a
question.
second and 2
I don't
now
want to lie
for
to
the
you.
33.
You go 46, 46. 46.
Prescott now on second down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, Dorsett.
Whoa.
And they're well
What are you
past
doing up here, my
midfield,
guy?
just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Oh, shoot.
On first and 10, Prescott.
Somebody's wide open now.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought
Haha.
down.
Watch the
Now the
replay.
Patriots going to use one of their time. Seconds to go until halftime.
I got the code from GamePro.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Swart. Swart to right. You go 46. Swart. Swart to right.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant.
Okay.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10.
We're going right there. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
You go 46. Go. Get out there. Gun. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
What are you talking about? Right now? What do you mean? Oh, shoot. I don't know. Yeah, that's Madden, man. I didn't even realize that.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
And that drives
that's Madden, man. I can't speak for Madden.
See that happen? It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving.
I didn't even realize it. Yo, I didn't even realize it. Oh, man.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Pancake.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
Oh.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy.
Oh, man.
Officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag,
stop playing dirty.
But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away.
Hey, Madden broken, man.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Oh.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
The hell's going on here?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing through the contact. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it'll bring up third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it
you
down
talking to
deep
someone, you still got 4 yards
into
to go.
territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first
And
and
you're
goal.
going to work from 4 yards, so...
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season.
Hey,
and the
all I
Pats
need
able
is
to
a field
cash
goal to
in
tie
for
the game,
6.
so...
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Okay.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Ready? I ain't got all day.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film. Extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On third down, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter
The same thing
anymore
is, you're going to kick a field goal, and I'm going to score a touchdown.
It's going to be 15 yards.
So, yeah.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Michelle. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mayfield off the play fake. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Gun!
Yep, take him back.
Mayfield to throw it. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag. The offense backwards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Over!
A first down throw for Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
You go 46, 46. You go 46, 46. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Michelle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Prescott on 1st down. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
We're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
You can take your time all you want. It's gonna come back and bite you in the ass anyway.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And we're back now here in Cleveland. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Oh, okay. See, this is what happens when I look away from the TV.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Put the real play this time.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Thanks, I needed that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. They go play action here on 1st down.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off.
He switched. Oh shit. Let me go at Chris right now, dog. That's crazy.
Interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I gotta hit that bubble tongue for it.
I think a
That's
confidence
crazy.
hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Room past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. It'll
I think he should take a 5-yard penalty.
Pickup of 16.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Go, get out there, get out there.
Yeah, because you about to do a stretch. Yeah.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle.
Yeah, once you motion them out, you can't skip the play.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key.
I'm trash,
grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
We're going to 54. Why ain't? Then we're going to 53.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short.
Yeah, almost 6-6.
They decided to throw the football. Incomplete.
And a fake
Wow.
here. Direct snap to
Thank
the
you.
man. And he's
Thank
not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration
That was
there,
not...
but it doesn't fool them.
Yo, what are you doing?
It's now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
Yeah, you tripping.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never
Yeah,
ask
I recognize that blitz.
question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And that one results in 35 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
You go 46, 46.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Can't believe Madden saved
Now it's
this guy.
1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michelle. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line,
Please ask me no questions. All questions
time
after
and
the
time
game.
again.
A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This one from 35 yards away. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Smell that?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Oh!
His throw incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He'll look to throw.
Whoa.
And he can't corral
I needed the time to stop
that would have
anyway.
wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Yeah, let me know what you're trying to do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Down Mayfield.
Whoop.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off
You
by
really gonna try
Patrick
to do that
Chung.
drive?
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
What the fuck? This nigga Young Chop got a song? I know he rap. Young Chop. Yeah. That's win. What the hell?
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Pats, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.